What's up, you guys? This is going to be just a little fun reading that I wanted to do. So anybody that knows me knows that I love Sailor Moon. So, and some people may resonate with the story of Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask. So think about it, like even in their spiritual form, I want to call it their higher self, Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask, which I see as their highest form. I did do a video on this maybe 3 months ago or something like that, 2 or 3 months ago, or 4 months ago maybe. I think it was September. Anyway, I kind of went into how I feel like it resonates with a lot of people, whether they want to call it a true love story, whether they want to call it a twin flame, whatever you want to call it. Sailor Moon is a very, very highly spiritual show, I feel. To be a cartoon, it's pretty deep. I know there's other cartoons out there, other animes out there that are very spiritual in nature. But I do feel like a lot of people do resonate with the Sailor Moon story. So it's like the Tuxedo Mask and, you know, them and their higher selves. And then their earthly self, which is Serena and Darren or Usagi or whatever. Their stories are kind of similar to some of these so-called, you know, soulmate connection, twin flame connection, some of them. So whoever resonates with this, I just felt like it would be kind of cute, but at the same time, real enough to like give you guys some insight on something within a connection that is very similar to that. If you guys don't know much about Sailor Moon, I would highly, like, even though you're grown, I don't care if you're 40 years old, this show, like, they have a revamped version of it. It's called Sailor Moon Crystal that they brought out like a year or two ago. It's a renewed version, but no matter which version you watch, I think it's on Hulu or whatever. Shout out to Hulu. They have all the original Sailor Moons on there. There's some websites where you can find it for free or whatever, but I would highly suggest, like, if you resonate with these soul connection energies, Sailor Moon is, I feel like, I just feel like it's a relevant type of situation. So enough rambling, as usual. So I'm going to go ahead and tune into the energies of these connections because, I don't know, I just feel like it's relevant. Nothing that I do, even if it seems random and irrelevant to me, it's not. Like, Spirit knows what they're doing. And, you know, I'm all up in my Sailor Moon gear. So, alright. Alright, let's see. Oh, so I just want to tell you guys, it's so weird. I'll just share this with you because I don't really do, I don't really get too personal, especially not in my love life. The last time I did that, it didn't go too well. But, and not too many know my story because people think I just bash on twin flames and soulmates and stuff like that. It's not that I bash it. I feel like I've evolved past a certain level of understanding what those types of connections and what they mean. So I kind of, like, I don't feed into the whole fairy tale fantasy aspect, even though I do believe that there is a person out there for you or someone who vibrates at the highest level with you. But I don't believe that it's a one-stop shop. But there is somebody that, you know, you are destined to meet. If it's meant to be, it's going to be. You know, and a lot of these connections are very codependent. They're very unhealthy. But, you know, I did go through the whole twin flame thing, the whole twin flame experience. And the person that I was putting on that level of my twin type of shit, it was funny because this past Halloween, I was Sailor Moon. Me and my daughter dressed up as pretty guardian characters. And it was funny because even though it was like around the time of Halloween or a little bit before Halloween, he had like on this same like tuxedo mask, even down to the brooch that he wears. And I was like, that's fucking weird. But it's relevant. There's something, you know, because a lot of people are like, well, he loves me in the 5D. And like, yeah, I do believe that. Like, I do believe that you connect with this person in the 5D, but down here you probably fucking hate each other. And that's how it was with Darren and Serena. Sailor Moon. They hated each other to an extent. They picked on each other for a long time. They did eventually, you know, getting together in the physical once they found out and recognized who each other was in the physical. So, you know, who knows, that could happen for some people, but that's not always the case. Some people are just, you know, it's just not meant to be that. So, I don't know. Maybe I was meant to share that. Who knows? But let's see. I've been rambling for 5 minutes. Some people can't hang with that. They get all mad. Like, oh my God, I just said, yeah, well, I'm guided by spirit. Things that I plan to do, it don't always flow the way I plan it. So, whatever. Thumbs me down like you guys always do. Alright, so you got the Knight of Pentacles. If you can see, the Knight of Pentacles. So, I would say that whoever this individual is, I don't know why I hear coming to their senses. I feel like this person is grounding themselves within themselves. Like they're simmering down just a little bit. If this person is meant to do, you know, if they're meant to evolve and better themselves, because I feel like a lot of you would come up as kings or queens and this person would show up as a knight or a page. Yeah, you got the Knight of Cups. So this person could have been overindulging in a lot of things that they had no business in. And now it's kind of like they're trying to get their stability back or their health in check. You know, just ground themselves. They could have a drinking problem. I don't know why, but that just wanted to come up. Yeah, I just feel like this person is starting to mature. Even, I don't care if this person is 50 years old. I don't care if they're 20 years older than you. Some people are baby adults walking around here. And I feel like this person might have been a baby adult. They might have been very immature to some extent. Overindulging. It's all about me. I do whatever I want. Forget what everybody else says, you know. These 3 cards just wouldn't let me let them go. What is this? So we have the Ten of Pentacles. And I feel like it's for the sake of their, you know, their health. They're thinking about the long term. They could even be thinking about their family and their friends. Like, if I continue down this path, you know, if I continue to just be all about me, being selfish, just doing whatever I want to do, or being selfish, doing what I want to do, overindulging, drinking, partying, or just being flat out selfish and narcissistic, I might lose family. I might lose people that really matter to me. With the Fool card and the Hangman, yeah, there's been a very big shift in them. Like, they had to check themselves. I really do feel like they had to check themselves and look at their life from a different microscope. They might have had to look at it from how their friends and family see it. Like, somebody might have called them out. So let's see where you are within this whole situation. Like, where's your energy at? You got the Three of Wands. So this might have been something you've been waiting on. You might be witnessing a matured person within them. You might be witnessing the fact that this person is simply not the same, or you're seeing some small change in them, or it could be a major change. I also feel like this is you waiting to see what they make of this energy. Like, how are they going to create the next phase of their life, you know? Because I feel like you're focused on your ships coming in the next, you're waiting for the next boat to come in for you, and you're waiting to see what they're doing too, like what they're going to make of it. These 2 cards wanted to come out together. So you got the Nine of Swords. So you are a little bit worried about this person, or you were worried about them and their well-being, or you kind of were just really like not trying to focus on them at all because you feel like it was emotionally draining or mentally draining, maybe even physically draining. With the Queen of Wands, you have, I knew it, I told you guys, either you guys are going to come out as a queen or you're going to come out as a king. Either way it goes, someone obviously is more mature than the other, and that's how it usually is at times. You know, someone has mastered something. I feel like you already know what you want, and you're just waiting for your next phase of your life to come in, and you're kind of looking towards this person like, okay, well, what are you about? What are you going to do? Okay, the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you're waiting something out. Like I said, you could be waiting for your next phase, the next ship to come in for you, or you could be waiting around to see what they're going to do, or you could even be waiting on them. Some people are at different phases within their evolution, their journeys. So you got the Justice card. So you're waiting for a conclusion. The Sun card tells me that there will be some sort of positive ending with this situation. Some people have not completed every cycle's, you know, every karmic cycle with someone. We all have karmic lessons that we learn with everybody, you know, whether it's our mothers, whether it's our best friend, a stranger, someone we can't stand at work, whatever, a romantic partner. we all have expiration dates on certain things that we're meant to learn with this person, whether we continue the path together or we just evolve past that relationship and we move on. That's natural. Karma is not just bad or good. You know, it depends how you perceive it. So let's see where you guys are with each other. Because I feel like you might provoke within them a desire to change their life, whether you're doing this actively or you're doing this on a subconscious level. This person is like looking towards you to change themselves, and it's giving, what is this? This is, okay, the strength card. Yeah, I feel like you don't know your inner strength. Like, this person may come across as like up here and they got it together and they're bigger and they're badder than you because you feel like you're at the short end of the stick, and they're like living it up, living their best life, where you're on this end crying, or you were crying over them every night. They're not texting you back, they're not answering your phone calls, they're not emailing you back, whatever, blocking you, whatever. So you're thinking like they're thriving, but this person is at a different level than you in their evolution process within themselves, and you've kind of mastered something. And I feel like you're waiting for a result or reward. You're probably waiting for an apology. But the thing about it is, I've been saying lately that you're the only person that can grant you inner peace. Nobody else can give that to you but you. Not even this person. So you got the 8 of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. Okay, so you are like, whether you are able to grasp it, you are waiting for something to be given back to you, whether this person says let's be together or no, I don't want you, or it's like you're waiting for something to be given to you from this that is closure. And you could be with the 10 of Swords, and you could be wrecking your brain, and you feel like you can't really fully move on until you get this closure. Yeah, with the 8 of Cups, because you know you have to move on to the next phase, and it's like, well, until you do this, I can't move forward, or until Spirit does something specific, you know, you might not be able to fully understand what it is that you're even asking for Spirit to conclude, but you are waiting for something to close out. With the 3 of Swords, yeah, you were hurt, and you feel like you're deserving of them giving you something back, because it's like, I've been through this and I've been through that. They're not going through shit, and I'm sitting over here, you know, hurting, and they're just living it up. They're with their girlfriends, they're with their boyfriends, their husbands, their wives. They're doing this, you know, and here I am. And that's not true, because obviously, you know, on a higher level, this person is using you as an example to get their shit together, whether they realize this on a physical sense or not. You are triggering that for them. Okay? And back to Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask. On the physical, it was like they triggered each other all the time. They called each other names, and it was something there. And I feel like until they recognized who they were on a higher level, then they could fully understand like why. They have to see the bigger picture. The thing about it is, we look at the surface level of things, like this person is being an asshole to me, and they're ignoring me, and they don't want to talk to me. And it's like a lot of the times, like, we're not seeing that it's putting us back into focus, back to us, okay? So it's like, if this person is a reflection of me, we all are, we're connected, and it's not just me and this person, we're all connected to an extent. So if you trigger something within me, there's something that you're reflecting that I need to start looking at within myself. So if this person is neglecting you, ignoring you, telling you they don't want shit to do with you, it's because that's something you're doing to yourself. Like, you're like, fuck me, I don't care about my feelings. All I want is for everybody else to be happy. I don't care how I feel. You know, I don't spend time with myself. I don't talk to myself. I don't talk to my guides. If I do, it's not about me. It's not about my health. It's not about my evolution. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about when are me and this person going to be together? And Spirit is like, back up. It's always going to go back to that, you know? And you might get small victories, small wins every now and then. But then you notice it's a repetitive cycle, because it's like there's something that the both of you are just not getting individually, just within yourselves, you know? But, of course, when you're at a certain level of consciousness, you don't really see that point yet. You kind of got to navigate through life to get to that point and you say, you know what, that was at the level of my understanding. I can't fault myself. I can't fault that person totally, you know. But now that I know better, I take accountability for myself, and it's up to me to stop the cycle. So if it keeps repeating, it's actively yourself. And a lot of times on this journey, it's very codependent, and you know, no one wants to take accountability for their own selves. You know, they don't want to look at themselves, and that's what this connection does. Like, it's a hook. It's a hook to get you in and be about this person, but then it's like, oh shit, like all this shit just fell out of my closet, and it's like, I just want to step over and I want to get to this person, and Spirit is like, no, you better clean this shit up before you go anywhere, because it's just gonna be a repetitive cycle, and people don't want to hear that. You know, it's not all about, oh, my divine masculine, my divine feminine misses me and they're thinking about me. You know, that's cool and everything, but at the same time, if they're showing you in the physical, they're playing games with you, they're just a human being just like everybody else. There's nothing more special about this person than than about yourself. You're just as equally special, and so is anyone else on this planet. But the big thing about it is this connection is really about you. Every connection you have in this lifetime is a reflection of you, even down to your children. They see everything that you do. They reflect back to you what you've taught them, who you are, how you behave. You know, we instill that, and that's a lot of the times why as adults you have to reprogram yourself, because you're taking on generations and generations of other things. I don't mean to get too off path, but I hope that this message is like resonating with somebody and it's speaking to something in you. So if I ever do a twin flame soulmate reading, it's not going to be a typical reading. I'll go into depth of what's going on in this, like the physical realm, and what's going on with them and all of that, and you and the connection and what the blockages are, but I'm never going to be the one to tell you, like, unless that's what I'm getting, that this person, you know, is coming back, or they're thinking about coming back, blah, blah, blah. But it's one thing for them to think that and want that than to actually do it. And you're not subject to wait around for anybody. If you wouldn't wait around for a no good person in your past, then why is this person any different? You know, it's just, you know, a very good manufactured love story. You know, it's a widespread thing now. It's like a virus now. Like, everybody's looking for a twin flame soulmate thing, and it's just like, it's out. It's played out. And I feel like you just need to look at it from a different perspective, and everybody's not at a certain level yet to get that. You know, some people are at that level of, I hate to say it, but codependency, where it's all about the fantasy, and we have a mission together, and we gotta, and on a higher level, it is a mission, because, you know, you guys signed an agreement that I'm gonna help you with this, and you're gonna help me with that, whatever it is in this lifetime, whether we be together or not, we got some shit to do. And I'm helping you. Yes, that is divine love for someone. And even the people that you hate to death, like, they're triggering things within you that you need to deal with. So, in a sense, that's divine love too. But on the physical level, we can look at it and just eat it away. But it just depends on our perspective and our conscious level and where we're at. And, you know, can't say you didn't know any better, and maybe if you didn't at the time, that's all good. You know, at one point I was thinking that I was going to bring twins into union and all this crazy shit, and yeah, I don't know, you guys. It's with the Ten of Wands, I feel like it's time to lay down the burden and really look at all of the wands and everything that you've acquired at this point, the weight that you've been carrying, what you want to take with you and what you want to leave with you. It's review time. It's almost the end of the year. I'm talking about every relationship, every aspect of yourself, whether it's something nasty about yourself that you don't want, or something that is good about you that you want to improve and you want to master. Whatever it is, review, review, review. And look at it from a non-judgmental place. Not to demonize the other person, not to demonize yourself, not to blame or point fingers at anybody else. It's time to really look at you, okay, and what you want. And the best thing that I could tell you guys is how it helps. Like, if you're having a hard time with who do I want to be with, or do I want to be friends with this person, or should I take this job, think about what you really want in life, and are you settling to mold yourself to fit that thing that's right in front of you. Because it's like the Seven of Cups. You got all these options and opportunities, but you have to know within your heart what it is that you really want so that you're not settling for something just because it's there. Just because this person is right in front of you and they spark all of this stuff within you may not necessarily mean that that's what you're looking for in a relationship, because if you were, you wouldn't be so distraught, depressed, confused, up and down with this. I love them, but I'm hurting, or I want them to come back and I'm just distraught. I can't live my life. I'm stressed out. I'm not eating. I'm not going to work. I'm not doing this. I want to kill myself. All of that should be a red flag. Like, is that the type of relationship or love that I really want? Take it for the evolution and the growth and the lessons and the learning, but also use it as a template, to say to yourself, is this the person I really want? And really be real with yourself. Like, do they fit what I'm looking for? What is my true definition of love? You also have to reprogram that too. Because we've been taught what a marriage is. We've been taught what true love is. We've been taught, what a perfect man or woman is without figuring that out within ourselves first. So this is what it is. It's about breaking down all the shit that you've been taught to believe about yourself and about the life, about life and love. What love really is. The fact that you can love someone this much beyond things that you're seeing, that shows you that you have a depth to love anything and anybody, but at the same time, it does come with boundaries. How much do you love yourself? And the thing that I always used to hear all the time with this situation, this connection, was like, do you love me more than do you love yourself? And I had to, figure that out. That makes sense. Do I love this person more than I love myself? Do I want to make my friends and everybody else happy and kind of dim myself just to fit in? That's not loving myself. So it's like, are you settling, or do you really want to be in these situations anymore? So that's the biggest thing. And it's a fear of breaking free. You're going to be tested. You're going to have people trigger you. I might be triggering you right now. People are going to thumbs me down because they don't hear it. All they want to hear is that this person's coming back and there's unions, there's fairy tales. I'm not going to tell you that, because that's not effective, and that's not helping anything. I feel like that's a crutch. And I'm not going to blame or point fingers at everybody that delivers that message, because they're getting it at their level of consciousness, and that's the point of where they are and what they're meant to teach you, or meant to. Some people are just selling you that bullshit, and they know better than that. And that's the big issue. That's the big problem. So I'm not here to sell you on anything and tell you for sure that this person is coming back into your life, whether it's meant to be. I'm not going to tell you that, or whether it's not meant to be. But the point is look at yourself for just a second, kind of step back from this, look at everything, slow down, feel into the energy. Can I see a future with this person? Do I really want this type of person? Or am I settling and telling myself, I can't really have the man or woman that I want, so I might as well settle for this because of what it's feeding me right now. And I might, in the fear of I might not ever find the passion. Maybe it's things that you like about this connection and love about the connection. You like the spiritual eeriness of it and the depth that comes with it. But you don't like the unrequited aspect of it. You don't like the fact that this person is married or in a relationship, or doesn't value you because of your color, your weight, where you live, your status, your sex, whatever. But you can take something beautiful from the connection. That's pretty much everything. As a child, we're kind of taught to consciously or subconsciously, we're programmed to see what's beautiful and what we should want in a partner and what we should want in life. We should go to college. We should be this, and we should do this by this age. But seldom do they ever teach you to go within your heart and be like, I want to be an astronaut. I want to marry somebody that is from whatever, from overseas, and I'm here. I want someone multicultural, or whatever the freaking case may be. Or I want to marry somebody that is more headstrong, because I'm more emotionally balanced, or whatever. I'm more nurturing, and I want someone to be more of this or more of that. We don't really say what we want in life. We kind of let people tell us what we want. So that's why we kind of just take the hamburger without the cheese, and we're like, oh, it's okay. I'll take it. That's fine. And we settle instead of going, no, that's not what I asked for. That's not what I want. The bun is good. I like the bun, but you're missing something. It's okay to do that. It's okay to say that. Like, oh, we're going to offer you a job for this and that amount. And you're like, no, I'm worth more. I believe there's a job out there for me that's going to give me that. I like your benefits and everything, but it's not what I'm looking for. That's kind of the whole thing, that we're, even as adults and children, we go through life saying yes and no subconsciously. Like, within ourselves, we're going, no, yeah. And Spirit's taking account of all of that. But you're settling, and your soul is just going to feel like it's like in a elevator, and you're kind of like claustrophobic, if I'm saying that right, and you don't feel comfortable. You kind of feel like you're lowering yourself by trying to fit something. It's not going to feel good. And be honest with yourself. Do these connections really feel good? Only partial of the time. In the beginning, it's light and fluffy, like, oh my God, I'm having dreams about him or her. Oh my gosh. And I'm seeing the signs and synchronicities, and a lot of that, you're manifesting that, by the way, because you're thinking about it all the time, law of attraction. But yeah, you're like, oh my gosh, and it's this and that, and then the red flags come up, and you're just overlooking it. Like, oh, he didn't text me back, but it's okay. Or, oh, she seen me at the store, but she walked past him like she didn't even know me. So it's okay. I'll deal with that, and I'm going to hit him up 10 times until they message me back. And a lot of times we got to do that for ourselves, because we are purging, we are learning something. But it's like, is that what you want for the rest of your life? Could a miracle happen tomorrow? Well, this person is like, you know what, I'm in love with you. Let's be together. Who knows? But are you going to stop your evolution and wait for someone who's still here, and you kept moving, but you're trying to go, let me push myself back down to fit, and it's just like, we don't fit. Boom, boom, bumping, bump, bump, bump. We're not colliding. It's just not happening. Okay, well, I'm going to live my life. Whoever comes in, and whoever's selling you that bullshit, that whoever comes in your life is just a bump in the road, keep going, and it's only going to be second. Like, that's bullshit. Like, why are you selling to people to settle for someone that's not even paying attention to them? Comes around every once in a while, comes around every once in the season, or maybe you haven't heard from this person in years. You know how crazy and delusional that is? And how, like, just how detrimental that is to your growth and your sanity and to your, what the fuck? Like, why would you tell somebody that? That's crazy to me. Why would you stop living your life? This person ain't stopped living their life. Why? That's all I'm asking you, is why? And I don't understand how anybody could, like, be mad at me or debate me on this. Like, I'm telling you to live your best life. I'm not telling you to settle and just wait around and rot, biting your fingernails, waiting on somebody to come and reunite with you. How old are we? I'm sitting up in here in a Sailor Moon costume. What am I talking about? But how old are we, though? For real. Like, it's okay to tap into the inner child a little bit, but there's a fine line between homegirl, you know better than that. Like, what are you doing? Even if there may not be someone on the other side, the point of what Spirit is teaching you, there may not be somebody that gives you that spark again, or might not be another person out there for you. Play with that idea, and are you okay with that in your heart? Are you settling because you feel like you'll never have anything, or are you trying to run away from yourself and never ever embrace yourself how you're supposed to? Because you came in here by yourself, you're going to leave by yourself. They can sell, we came and we split into two, bullshit. Until you came out of the same womb, can't really call yourself a twin and that you split and all that shit. It sounds cute, sounds like a novel, fairy tale, dream. Sounds beautiful, right? But at the same time, though, you guys, somebody might have already turned me off, but whoever's still watching, whoever is still rocking with me, because the thing about me, like, Spirit will get me to talking. Like, anybody who knows me, I can't. But when Spirit gets to talking, I just keep going, and I can keep going for however long Spirit feels like I need to get what is out, because it's just like, Like, really, you guys, like, wake up. And I'm not a love hater. I want people to find love. That's the thing. But even me, like, I have to master the point of where I'm good within myself. I've been single for years. I broke up with my daughter's father years ago. My daughter's daughter's father years ago. And I've been single ever since. Like, I might have dated for like a month or two with somebody. And it's never gotten anywhere towards that. And what I can say is that even though I still desire to have love, I feel like this time has been very beneficial to be just within myself. Even with dealing with this so-called connection, I've had to deal with myself. And I appreciate that. So if Spirit is saying that I got to be by myself forever, do I want that? No. But if that's the case, if that's my path, I do have to accept that it's just me. Like, I came here by myself. Why is it so bad that I might have to leave out here? I am anyway. Even if I get married, if I'm with somebody till the day I die, I'm still leaving by myself. I'm transcending by myself. You know, I'm not going to leave the same way whoever he is, you know, I'm dipping on my own. And that's like, we had to come to the, like, terms, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, I was really believing some of this shit. Like, I was drinking Kool-Aid. Like, this is the biggest fucking, whoever made this is a genius. Like, for real, I don't know if they, like, making money off of this, like, individually for creating it. Did they patent Twin Flames? I don't know. Maybe. And they're getting paid off of it. I don't know. But, I mean, yeah, you know, I'll still work with people because I'm guided. People hit me up all the time. Can you help me with this? And my twin flame, my soulmate, blah, blah, blah. And I don't really mind it. Like, yeah, kind of triggers something within me. It's like, but I get it and I understand it. Not everybody is on the same level. There's other people that don't even talk about this anymore. Like, I know people that used to be all sucked in and they're like, the fuck? Like, I moved on with my life. You know, I'm living my life. I'm dating. I'm seeing so-and-so. I'm with my kids. I'm happy. I'm not even. What is that anymore? You know? So I say to anybody that's watching, it's about you at the end of the day. It starts within you and what you want only. You know? It's not selfish to love yourself first. And I think that's what Spirit wanted you to learn all along. Like, this person kind of had to come across as, like, selfish and narcissistic and, like, I'm not going to respond to them because it's like you have to see that about yourself. Like, why am I not honoring myself? Like, even if honoring yourself is telling them that you're in love with them and you want to be with them, cool, because you're being truthful and honest with yourself. But at the same time, it's like, well, when am I going to start loving up on me and kind of back up a little bit and be like, okay, let me redirect myself. In any relationship, like, don't take no bullshit from nobody. Your boss, your so-called best friend, your family, don't take bullshit just because they got that label on them. Oh, this is my best friend. This girl can talk shit about me and gossip about me and I'll still be cool with her. Hell no. No. The titles is what fucks you up. Oh, this is my grandma. They can disrespect me. No, you cannot. Like, you have to start loving yourself. Like, if the waiter gives you the wrong drink, tell her. Lovingly tell her, you know, this is not the right drink. I'm not going to sit here and just, oh, it's okay. Because I used to be that person. Even a little bit still. Like, I'll still kind of be like, oh, no. You know, even though I know you was trying to shade me, it's all good. No. Call him out. Even if you got to do it lovingly, like, sweetly. Call him out. Don't let anybody get over on you. Don't settle for something you don't really want. Or don't even know if you want it. You know, or it's not giving you or feeding you in the way that you deserve it. You don't deserve to cry all night. You don't deserve to wreck your brain trying to figure out if somebody is coming back, if they're your soulmate, if they're your twin flame, if they were significant, if they were the one. You wouldn't really have to ask. I don't believe you would have to ask. You would just know, like, I know that car is my car. That shit is my car. I know it is. Like, you don't have to second guess. Like, when you see a missing dog down the street, and you're like, where's my dog? And you see it coming, even though it might not have the same collar on, it's dirty. But you're like, that's my dog, because you know the energy of what's for you. You don't question what's for you. You know what's for you. Have you ever just walked in the crowd and you seen a friend you haven't seen in years and they might have a different hairstyle, they might look a little bit older, have, you know, different weight or whatever, and you know by the vibe, or you hear them, and you're like, that sounds like so-and-so. You just know. So there's no question whether it's someone is right for you or not. You don't have to question so much. You might be like, oh my God, is this the one? Like that, but you're not like, is it? I don't know. You know already. That's the thing. So, you know. So, whoever stuck around this long, good luck, you guys. Yeah. I don't know. I hate to be a chatty Cathy sometimes because people get so triggered by it. Like, well, half of this is my channel. You don't like it? Go to another channel. But how I see it, and I'm going to say it all the time, you guys can thumb me down because it's so cute when you guys do that because it shows the triggeredness within you, the shit that you don't want to confront. When you guys comment when you don't have to, it just lets me know that I kind of did something to you a little bit. Like, kind of, hey, you, yeah, you. Yeah, you. And it's like, no, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to hear that. You're wrong. He loves me. Like, why you got to tell me that? You should already know. Alright, you guys. Much love. If I sound like a bitch, it is what it is. Like, I'm a Taurus bitch. I'm a Taurus bitch. And I just say what it is. I'm not a typical reader. I'm not Mother Teresa. I am sweet and cool and shit. I am a gummy bear. But I am a spiritual G, and I'm not going to just not keep it 100. And even if I have to do it to myself, because there's times where I got to get real with myself too, and that's hard. I have to accept myself for who I am. If this is my platform, I got to not worry about what people think or what they say about me, and that's another thing that I've mastered to some level. I can't say that I'm like, oh, I don't care. But to some degree, I really don't care. Because it's like I'm looking at it from a spiritual perspective. Like, I'm not just speaking just to be talking out my ass. I'm hoping that somebody gets something from it. Like, whatever spirit is trying to convey, that it's coming through to help you. To kind of, like, come on, wake up. Like, don't play around no more. Like, let's get real with ourselves. Like, let's love up on ourselves. And let's accept what we deserve. We don't need to accept what's not of our highest good anymore. It's almost a new year, you guys. Like, come on. For real. Like, some people don't like to be told what to do, and if I'm coming across like a fairy godmother telling you what to do, oh well, so be it. And a lot of times, like I said, when I do these readings and these videos, I'm not just talking to you. A lot of times Spirit kind of uses me as a vessel to talk to myself, because it's kind of hard to hear myself clearly at times. I can pull cards on myself, but I won't really get it in the depth that Spirit gives it to everybody else. So this is another thing that helps me. That's how I feel like I've been healing a lot of this. Because, like, when I'm reading for people and I have to check myself, like, make sure it's not my energy that's interfering, but I know that we're all connected. So when someone comes to me at a specific time in their life, that's something that I'm going through at that very same time. And I'm just like, that's crazy. And Spirit helps me even as I'm helping them. So it's beautiful. You know, even through 40 minutes of this. And, yeah, you guys don't have to tell me that I rambled and I talked too much and blah, blah, blah. Like, just go on somewhere. Like, go watch a reader that's going to tell you that your divine masculine is waiting on you and he's coming back and all this shit. Because that's what you want to hear anyway. That's what makes you feel good. That's what makes you not want to address whatever you want to address. So be it. And yeah, he might be coming back, and then he'll come back to trigger you some more until you say to yourself, okay, I'm fucking done and I need to look at myself. Then maybe he'll stop coming around. Or maybe he might get it together and say, you know what? You value yourself. You love yourself. So let me value myself and love myself and get my shit together and come back to you. But until then, it's just going to be a cycle until you heal. You're going to attract friends that abuse you and use you until you say, you know what, I deserve better circles of people in my life. I'm not settling for less anymore, Spirit. And when Spirit gets that signal, then it has to respond to that signal. But until then, it's just till you're ready. It's your journey. It's your free will. It's about you. You came in this life by yourself. Nobody else. Much love to you.